Welcome back, my friends. The world keeps turning and the show never ends. Today's news is dominated by the sea, and of course it's fitting that I'm down here in Weymouth. I used to come down here quite a bit to go and visit veterans that were in HMP Vernes. About 30 veterans there, and so with me as one of the bosses of Care After Combat down, I come and speak. Gary Glitter tried to get in one day, and I told him he couldn't come in. Oh please, I'm sorry, I'm getting... Anyway, didn't let him in, and then I came down, sat on the back of the boat, and a reporter came along and said, I believe you're down here to do this and that. I said, yeah. And he said, there's a prison up there. I said, I know. I went and visited up there once, some veterans, and told Gary Glitter he couldn't come in. Right, and that swiftly changed to the national newspapers. Jim went to visit Gary Glitter in prison. Oh, well, then it all starts. And then it went away when the truth came out, really. Until yesterday, I was looking on the, you know, you get comments on things. Jim went to visit his friend Gary Glitter and begged for his release. Isn't it really ridiculous? Can you believe anything in the news? And would the news report that? If you think now that social media, where there's no answer to any accusation, does the accusation stick? This is the problem with social media, isn't it, really? You've got no answer. Even if you answer it, who cares? But anyway, we're back down here in Weymouth today, sitting on the water. And as we speak, this is 5 to 8 in the morning. At 12 o'clock, the air runs out aboard that submarine. Can you imagine what it's like down there, those 5 people? It must be absolute hell. And I tell you how hell it is, because already in our country on social media, the jokes have started already, haven't they? And I don't think that is people who are sick. I think that's people that can't actually deal with the horrors of it, so they make a joke up about it. It's like the British military. They have this total sick sense of humour. Congratulations to Denzel Connick. You know, you've seen him on Ustream with Pull Up a Sandbag. He's now got the British Empire medal. And he has a sense of humour that fits perfectly within the military. When he had his leg blown off, someone come up to him on the battlefield and said, Denzel, you've lost your leg. No, it's over there behind that rock. Yes, dear, oh dear. So that's the sense of humour. So the jokes are already flying around about the submarine. At 12 o'clock today, in 4 hours' time, I will be passing Portland Naval Base, where I'm sure the old Matlows in there will be fingers crossed. Everyone's got their fingers crossed for those blokes in that submarine. They really have, and we wish them well. I don't know how they're going to find it. I don't know if it's possible. I can't begin to imagine what it's like in that submarine, can you? I bet they won't be telling jokes. There'll be people telling jokes about them. And of course the other thing to celebrate today is the Windrush. HMS motor vessel Windrush turned up with 800 what one would call immigrants from Jamaica and the West Indies in 1948 that a new act of parliament came along, allowed people to be residents. So overcome these people that brought us reggae and little funny blue beat hats and a great West Indian accent, you know, innit? It's great. Oh, how dare I do that accent? Those were the days when I grew up. Black people, West Indian people, had West Indian accents. It was great, and it made me laugh the way. I had a mate called Georgie Campbell who said that the car wasn't automatic, it was automatic. And we got to get a mechanic. I thought that was great fun. Now, I mean, look, we've got I don't know how many millions of West Indian origin families in this country, which I seriously believe makes it a very richer country than some others. But that is dwarfed by the amount of Africans that are here. There's twice the amount of Africans in this country, and they can't all be footballers, can they? No. So there we are. It's Happy Windrush Day, and as that boat came across the Atlantic, bringing those 800 West Indians, let's just think of the 5 people that are under the sea today, and pray that they will be rescued. I mean, really pray. If you don't believe in God, pray anyway. Someone will hear you. Well, let's get on now and let's nip over the page and have a little chat. Do you know what I'm going to talk about? I'm going to talk about people who identify as cats and transvestment people. So I'm bound to be struck off on YouTube. Come over to Ustream. Don't forget, on Ustream, what you get 2 live shows. You get 2 of these, longer ones, per week. And you get Scott Caporo, an American version of me, a gay American version of me. How dare he be American? And then we have a series called Left, Right and Centre. We have the proper comedians. Every Friday night there's a new stand-up comic on, or an old stand-up comic. We have Jethro, Jimmy Jones, Chubby Brown, Freddie Starr. Come along. I think it's £4.79 including VAT. Come and join us. The subscriptions are really pushing forward. The more subscriptions we get, the more programmes we'll make for our members. So, okay, Jakey, when you get this that's winging its way to you via WeTransfer, turn the page and let's go and speak to our Ustream members.
My father couldn't face me. He was shaking, you know, very emotional. But when he turned round, he just made a cocktail.
If you could compare yourself to any animal.
Oh, did you work at Young?
I certainly did, but I got the sack because it said don't eat the animals. Don't start. I'm dying on my f***ing arse.
The average person only brushes 30% of the teeth. I said, well, you should go to Glasgow, pal. The average person only has 30% of the teeth.
I've just bought another Range Rover off of Harry Kane, but sadly it's got no cup holders.